What's up, guys? Sound Alchemist here with
Gersh1,
and we're back at it to answer your questions in another episode of For the Greater.
So this is a video series where we answer the questions left by you, the viewer. If you have a question about Warhammer 40k or about anything in general, we're here to answer it. Comment down below, put question in front of your question, and we will answer that question, hopefully, next week. This question comes from... It's written in an Eastern European text, so I'm just gonna call you B. B asks, do you think it is possible that Slaanesh dies sometime soon? New Eldar God is awakening, and he is meant to kill Slaanesh. So will GW just delete one of the Chaos superpowers? And what will happen if they actually do that?
Ooh.
So do you think?
No. I could see why they would, but I don't think they will. First of all, Slaanesh is a highly established Chaos God, one of the big four. So if they were to get rid of him, her, it, that's kind of saying like, oh, we don't really care about this storyline. We don't really care about you players who, you know, invested in this army, and I don't think GW would do something like that. If anything, it'd be like you said, he'd kind of get pushed to the sidelines, pushed to the back.
Yeah. And the lore is written perfectly for that, because if Slaanesh, or if Ennead, right?
Ennead, yeah.
Attacks Slaanesh, weakens Slaanesh, brings it lower, I don't think it's going to outright kill it. I think it would just, you know, make it a weaker presence in Warhammer 40k, meaning that less attention in the lore, less attention for miniatures gets placed on Slaanesh. And I don't really think that Slaanesh is even that popular of a Chaos God, do you?
No, if anything, for sure it's the least popular.
Yeah. Just because, like, even the models don't look all that great. Like,
they're really old school.
Yeah, and they're not, like, they're not sexy and they're not grotesque either. They're just kind of like, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that kind of goes to show you how GW likes to prioritize. Because obviously, Khorne, it's always been there. It's always been, you know, up in your face. You got, you know, blood demons and whatnot. Tzeentch, they freaking put out the whole Magnus the Red storyline with it and whatnot. And now we have Nurgle with Mortarion. So sooner or later, they're either going to have to bring Slaanesh up just so they can push her back into the sidelines, or bring him, her up, and then be you know, have the same type of publicity or playtime, airtime, whatever you want to call it, as the rest of the four Chaos Gods.
Exactly. Next question.
This one is by Fan9775. How can a bolter bitch wield a bolter? So,
in the lore, it says that humans aren't allowed to wield bolters because it's too
bulky,
yeah, too bulky.
heavy.
Yeah, but that's not true. There's a lot of not only you know, Sisters of Battle that wield bolters, but they also have a lot of Imperial Guardsmen that wield bolters. Commissars do that. Captains do that. So how can they do that? Bolter pistols, and then just like training and you know,
right,
stuff like that.
Also, there's different types of variations on the bolter. For example, you got storm bolters, you've got different bolters that the Inquisition use. So they can wield bolters, they just won't be the ones that, you know, normal everyday Space Marines use.
Yep.
Esteban Rodriguez. I've been thinking about starting Warhammer 40k, but never done the tabletop before. 8th edition just came out, so I'm kind of not sure if I should start collecting now, since not all the codices have been out for 8th edition yet. What would you recommend? Should I start with waiting for the codices to know what to buy? Should I just commit to one army? What to do?
I'm gonna give you the advice that I would give anybody. Just go and start right now. Even though the codexes are gonna tell you what army is gonna be strong and which one's gonna be be able to win more games for you, the amount of games that you play as a you know, as a player in Warhammer 40k or as a collector of Warhammer 40k is very slim. We play maybe 2 or 3 games a month if we're lucky.
Yeah, yeah.
So the game itself isn't really what draws us to it. It's everything else. It's the collecting, it's the sculpts, it's the lore. That's the stuff that's really gonna get you like
invested.
Yeah. So find a race that you really like and collect. I always say, right now, get those starter box sets. I've seen guys on Instagram who like buy 3 box sets and they're like, you know, I got my 3. I have things to do for each month for the next 3 months or whatever, and that's what you should do. You just open up that box, build your little mini army, and then move on to the next mini army. Right?
Yeah. If you're not sure what to do, pick up some of the 7th edition codices. The lore is still pretty good. It may not be up to date or whatever, but you've got a lot to go on.
And based on the data sheets, most of the old races still kind of play the same.
Right.
So orcs, you still need a bunch of boys in order to be successful. They're still not very good. Tau are still good.
Yeah, they're still shooty like always.
Necrons are still really good.
Their reanimation is always good.
So, yeah. But like I said, invest in the lore, invest into everything that you do by yourself.
Right.
So pay attention to that.
And if you can get some friends started, even better.
Yes. Participate in our giveaways, because we always giving away stuff. Jakub Labrisky. Are you guys brother or something? In a way, yes. We came from the same
stratosphere.
Yes, in the same miasmic tank. Or no, you had your own tank. I had a different tank, and then the Chaos God showed up. Yeah. So, but yeah.
Yeah.
Next question.
Yent's team 64. What would happen if a Primark stayed loyal but his chapter went chaotic? You'd probably kill him.
Yeah, you have enemies on both sides now because your old friends are your new enemies, and your old enemies are still your enemies.
But yeah, you're pretty much screwed because the Inquisition's gonna think you probably did this. So you're gonna be bombarded on both sides. So it's basically you against the world.
Yeah. Now, if like you can get a good chunk of your chapter to go, you know, fight against your other chapter, you might get spared by the Inquisition, and they'll just tell you, you know, you have to go through a penitence crusade for your chapter to prove its worth. And
isn't that like 100-year-long crusade through the galaxy?
Yep, to the outskirts of the galaxy.
It's basically go in this direction for 50 years and come back.
Yep.
And fight whatever's in your way.
Or join the Death Watch. Next question.
King McClinton. How do Space Marines choose which Chaos God to serve? I don't think there's much choosing, right?
No, yeah. It depends on your characteristics, yeah. You got anything else to add?
It depends on your characteristics.
Next question comes from Luke Bergen. Could there ever be a human uprising against the Emperor in the name of the old gods? Like Jesus? Could it be successful, and would it provide an interesting twist to the story? I think yes, there could be. Very well, there probably is. Would it be interesting to the overall Warhammer 40k storyline? Not really. I'm not interested in that. Do you?
No. I mean, I don't really see much of this. I mean, yeah, it might be like a short story or something, but I don't see enough people having enough, like army involvement to make a difference.
Because it's like, what are the Tau gonna do if we start worshiping Jesus again? Okay. What are the Necrons gonna do?
Yeah, they're still gonna attack.
Yeah. Next question. I have one from Armenian Kenshi. Which are the minimum specifications for you to put a fan lore in your videos? So if you have fan lore, just make sure that there's enough to fill 10 minutes of talking, right?
At least, yeah.
And make sure it's interesting too.
Right. Don't just say, "Oh, I got a Space Marine who can kill chaos with snapping his finger." Like, I like stuff that makes sense with the lore, so make sure it's kind of researched. If you've got your own army, or you draw them something, send that stuff over too. But yeah, I mean, if anything you guys have, send it over to the Facebook page.
Next question.
This one is by Corbin Gabriel. Would you rather have Space Marine power armor or a Tau battlesuit? Well, I hate the Tau, so not that.
I hate everything.
So you'd be naked.
Yeah, I'll be naked. I'll run into battle naked. What were the options?
A Space Marine power armor or a Tau battlesuit?
I feel that a Tau battlesuit is more easily, like it would fit me better because I'm just a regular human than a Space Marine battlesuit.
But, okay, so say if you got battle armor,
Yeah.
Space Marine battle armor, then most likely you'd have to have the black carapace and everything.
So you're already a Space Marine. Yeah. Okay, in that case, then yeah, Space Marine.
What type of armor?
I would do Cataphracti Terminator armor.
Not bad, not bad.
You?
Definitely Tau battlesuit. I'd go with a XV-22 stealth battlesuit. Because recently I got super into that.
Okay.
Yeah, I used to hate freaking stealth suits. Now I'm digging the design.
I've always liked their design. They look like eggs.
They do.
Next question comes from Role. Is there a ever chosen of chaos in Warhammer 40k? Do you think there's an ever chosen?
Abaddon, duh. Yeah, basically it's saying like, yo, this is the hot shit. This is what's real right now. All eyes on him. That's what the Chaos Gods are gonna. There you go. So the Chaos Gods are basically putting all their energy, all their time, all their power into a current individual of Chaos, the guy that will propel them to attain more souls and get more power, and that's Abaddon.
Yeah, good question or good answer. Decisio Justice. Could a traitor Primark rejoin the Imperium and eventually get their own chapter? No. I think it's hard enough for the Imperium to accept just your everyday regular people who turn traitor and then come back.
Yeah.
Like a Primark would be a huge, like...
Whoa. Are we gonna really... It's like, I feel like they're kind of obligated, since they are Primarchs, they were created by the Emperor. But once you're tainted by chaos, it's like...
Yeah, it's like you talk so much shit about this person and now you're their friend?
Really?
Like, come on.
This person's been around the block and they may have HIV. Do I risk it?
Yeah.
Maybe.
And every Friday we wear pink. Next question.
Franklin Clinton. What do you think will happen when the Dark Eldar Mandrake, the Decapitator, collects all of his skulls? He's gonna join Chaos. He's gonna be the first Khorne Mandrake. That's actually pretty cool. But I don't know. I don't know what will happen.
I think he's gonna summon Shenron.
Gonna get that immortality.
Yep. And then I have a question from Carnal Life Vlogs. Or, sorry, Camel Life Vlogs. My eyesight is messed up. What gave you guys the idea of creating a YouTube channel?
This goes back, what, 4 years?
Yep, to my days in New York. So we decided to start up a YouTube channel because we wanted to, you know, share our love for HeroClix.
Yeah, HeroClix started it all. If you don't know what HeroClix are, go back to our first videos. Like, those are pretty interesting videos.
Well, actually, no. So in the beginning, we started it thinking that we were going to create a network of, like, nerd, geek, like, you know, video series, and we wanted it to put all in one channel. That's why it's One Mind Syndicate. It was a syndicate of 3 of us, and we were gonna, you know, one mind because we all love the same thing. You were the Warhammer guy.
Yeah, I was really into Warhammer.
Yeah, you were creating Warhammer tactical videos since the beginning. I had a little series where I would do like a late night show type of thing and talk about the nerdy stuff, like a news show.
He was the Jimmy Kimmel of the group.
got like 3 views. and 2 of those were me. And then we had another guy who was the HeroClix guy. And HeroClix videos started to do really well.
Yeah.
So we put our attention to HeroClix. And you know, that went on for a while. And then after a while, we kind of fell out of love with HeroClix. And our you know, one true love has always been Warhammer 40k.
Yeah,
We've been playing Warhammer since we were little kids. So we went back to Warhammer 40k, and it all happened with 80 facts on the Tau.
Yeah.
I put that video out there because I was watching the 100 facts on like Rick and Morty and on like the Disney Channel and stuff like that from, I think, there's a YouTube channel called, I think it was Fanimation? No. I don't know. It was like some cartoon channel. And I really like that concept. I wanted to carry over to Warhammer 40k, so that's what I did with the Tau stuff. And you guys gave us a bunch of good suggestions to change the format.
At first we did like fact number 1, blah blah blah.
And they were actually facts. But then you guys kept making the suggestions of like, you know, make this like more bearable. So we got rid of the fact numbers. We got rid of like the actual facts.
Right.
And we just started reading like lore to you guys, and you guys loved it. And that did way better than the HeroClix stuff that we were putting out. Like, it surpassed HeroClix by a lot.
Because at one point we were doing like all 3-4 things, because we did like Magic the Gathering, HeroClix, Pokemon, and then Warhammer, and everything was going all at once, and most of the love and what we enjoyed more was Warhammer.
Yeah, and then you guys took us from like maybe 10,000 to 50,000 in a matter of like 2 months, and then
I wouldn't say 2 months.
Yeah, we did in October, and then by December we were already like around 50, weren't we?
I thought it was closer to like 40 or 30.
Oh, but either way, we saw a huge jump in subscribers and views, and we said yeah, let's go back to Warhammer 40k, and we've been playing ever since. And those were the stories those were the questions for this week. If you guys have more questions, comment down below.
Yeah. As always, we do this 3 times a week, so if you didn't get to your question, comment it once again. As always, we do have a Facebook page, a Instagram page, a Twitter page, and a Patreon page. That's a lot of pages, so lick those fingers and thumb through them.
This was Gersh1,
Sound Alchemist, and we are out of here.